Hey guys, welcome back to The Human Condition. Today we're talking about a really cool concept I thought about before, and its question is, can psychology help build romantic relationships? And I thought this was a really interesting concept, and I was like, this is cool. This is a good psychology video. I don't think a lot of people have talked about this idea. It's an idea I thought about using the same psychology method I used in the last video, the 7 schools of psychology ranked. I'll be applying that same method to help you improve with your romantic relationships. Now you might be wondering, why should I trust you? What's your experience with romantic relationships? Let me tell you, not the best. But what I do know is I'm giving you the advice that I haven't used. So therefore, maybe it might work better because I'm giving you advice I've never used before. And I cannot raise up my crushes, so you probably will. So I don't know. Let's try it out and see if it works. See if it works. Disclaimer: if I say anything controversial and hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. I take it back. But yeah, I hope this is beneficial and informational for you. We'll be talking about those 7 concepts. The first one we'll talk about is not physiological, because you can't like change other people's brain chemicals, because that's pretty messed up. So I'll also, before I talk about the 7 schools of thought and apply it to romantic relationships, I want to disclaimer: I've never used these because I've thought of this concept before, but I was like, is that morally right? Is it immoral to try to use psychology to attract crushes? So I've never used it before. So if you think it's also kind of immoral, I don't recommend using the device. But if you don't think anything's morally wrong with it, and you like taking risks, you can go ahead. But I don't suggest it to anyone who, if you feel bad about it, you probably shouldn't do it. So I don't recommend it if you feel like I feel bad about it. I guess there's nothing wrong with trying to attract your crushes. I guess just use it in a moral way. I guess that's the best way I can say is use it morally. But anyway, the first stage of this would be physiologicals, if I was talking to the 7 ones I talked in the last video. But since changing people's brain chemicals is actually messed up, that's actual manipulation. Like the other thing I said before might be, other stuff might be, but that's actually pretty messed up. So you'll go, instead of number 1, physiological psychology, number 2 in the ranks would be cognitive psychology. And if you want your crush to like you, you have to get them thinking about you, cognitive. So basically what you would want to do is try to get your crush thinking about you. So would that be like texting them, or if you're hanging out with them, just try to reach out to them as much as you can. And you got to figure out the way they think, see inside someone else's head, figure out what they view as attractive and unattractive, all right? So you got to figure out, do they find you attractive, first and foremost. Now, you can be blunt about this, be like, hey, do you find me attractive? Or you can be more subtle about it. But either way, there's subtle clues like body languages, characteristics, deep eye contact, voice cues. All those things can tell you if someone's attracted to you or not. So it's just important to pick up on those things. Like typically if you're a guy and you're attracted to a girl, your voice would lower. And if you're a girl attracted to a guy, your voice would be higher. Don't know why that is. It's just a natural way things are sometimes. So you use this. This is a thing that's happened subconsciously, but another cues is deep eye contact. Mainly deep eye contact, honestly. That and deep eye contact, it really tells you if someone's attracted to you also or not. And they smile a lot. Those are all good cues. So once you know, now let's say they found you unattractive. Now, the best case scenario is just find someone else. But if you want to use cognitive psychology to maybe like turn tables in different directions, you could potentially figure out what they find attractive and try to become more attracted to them. But you also shouldn't change yourself just to get someone to be attracted to you. But you could if you wanted to use this advice. Also, you could also get them to change the way they see what attractive is. So if they tell you what attractiveness is, you could help them see like other things as more attractive, and then they might see you as more attractive if you start making them think that the qualities you have are attractive. So, but I don't know if that's moral or not. So I don't know if you should do that or not. It sounds like kind of messed up. So, do it if you have no moral qualms about it. But like I said, if you do have moral qualms like I do, then probably shouldn't. But um, best case scenario is maybe instead of doing that to them, maybe try to figure out on a more positive, figure out what they find attractive and try to be that kind of person for them. And or just go to the next person that might find you attractive. And that's how you can get to them cognitively, make your crush thinking about you, make them change the way they think of attractiveness if you want to, but I don't recommend that one as much. And or just figure out what they find attractive and try to be that way. Number 2 on those steps, number 3 would be behavioralism. So once you find out if they find you attractive or somehow they now think you're attractive, behavioralism is a key to get your crush to really like hanging out with you. And honestly, you don't even have to go farther on the 4, 5, 6, 7 because those are like if you want a deep romantic relationship with this person, like you're starting to really like this person, that's when the next tips will be good for you. The tips I just gave now are more like if you're like not sure yet. So behavioralism would be the next one for like if you're not sure yet, you're still trying to get to know the person. Behavioralism is our routines and they're based off our cognitive thoughts. So if you got thinking about you, maybe you can start like a weekly thing like, hey, would you want to hang out sometime? Like this start like every like Saturday of whenever you guys both are free. It doesn't have to be every Saturday, but you can start a routine and it can be lenient, it can be flexible, but it can be like a routine of hanging out maybe once a week, you don't have to, but I think that would help probably in my mind. So that would be a good thing to do. And then you'll start almost like become subconsciously like brushing your teeth. You'll start like thinking of it without even having to cognitively think about it. And your crush will also start thinking about it without even having to cognitively think about it. It'd be like unconscious, subconscious thoughts, which is kind of cool. So you'll start having those and your crush will start having those as well. Now, that's all the advice if you want to just a short-term relationship and you're not sure if like this person is like you have a deep love for this person yet. But if you think you have a deep love for this person, you might want to start going to the deeper levels, which is like 4. 4 in my last video was psychodynamics. And it's like people for the way that they are based off the relationship with their mom, their dad, or caretakers when they're younger. So it'd be like you trying to figure out and understand them as a person better, and then them doing the same for you, and then you guys can bond together and both understand why you guys are the way you are based on the way you were raised. And this is like a probably deep emotional bonding you both can have with each other. So I think that's kind of wholesome. Deep emotional bonding. That sounds better than change the perception. That sounds better. Deep emotional bonding with each other would be 4. 5 is a humanist in the goal setting. So first off, you gotta then for this thing, I think the best thing probably you could do is figure out what your crush's goals are and help them attain those. Also, figure out who is in their support group and try to befriend who's in their support group and become someone a part of their support group. Now, this doesn't mean separate them from the support group because that's pretty messed up, but just try to be friends with the people already in their support group because this will make you a more reliable person. And she can also, or your crush can also maybe do the same for you, and then you also bond together and hanging out with both your support groups or your friend groups. And this could be mutually beneficial for both the couple, you two, the couples, you and your crush. So that's another thing you can do is the 5 is figure out their support group, the people they rely on, and become one of those people they rely on. Not the only person they rely on, because that's messed up, but one of the people they can rely on. Because if you're not one of the people you rely on, at least that's fine for like basic relationships, like short-term relationships. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship, they gotta rely on you because you gotta rely on each other. Not just they rely on you, but you gotta rely on them too. So that's pretty important. 6, sociocultural. This was the one with friends influencing each other. So it's always good to have your friends hype you up a little bit. So this would be this method. Not the most important out of all these, honestly, but if you have good friends, chances are that support you, that your crush will be like, oh, that's cool. He has friends that support him. I might want to support this person as well. So that's important. And then the final is evolutionary. This is basically just people want to feel like they can be provided for sometimes, no matter if you're a guy or a girl. Some people just want to feel like they're provided. So the last thing that's probably not the most important, but be able to provide for the person that you have a crush for. Like, be able to make them feel like this person is beneficial for me. Like, this person is benefiting me, and I need them in my life because this person is really important to me. And hopefully you can be the same way for them and beneficial and supportive, or they can hopefully be the same way to you. So yeah, I was hesitant about posting this one because I felt like it again, with the moral qualms, like change the way your crush thinks about you, sounded kind of messed up. But then I said stuff like bonding emotionally. So I hope this is good advice. Again, if you try this advice, these 1 through 7 steps, and they don't work, I haven't used them yet. So please don't blame me for those. Disclaimer. Also, I'm sorry if it does not work. I take it back. But I thought it was a really cool idea. And I feel like it'd be a shame if I didn't share it. So those are the 7 key things that I think can help build romantic relationships, and based off the 7 schools of psychology. So I hope you guys like this video. I really appreciate the support. All you guys subscribe, and I really love you guys. Even if you haven't subscribed yet, I still love you. Yeah, I really support it. I feel like we're growing. I feel like this is a unique channel with different opinions and ideas that I can hopefully share with you guys, and get your opinions and ideas, because I value what you guys have to say too. Shouldn't just be me saying my piece. I feel like it should be conversations are two-way. So I really value what you guys say as well. So in conclusion, I love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you probably in my next video, which I'll probably be talking about. Well, this was psychology, so we go in like a rotation. So it'd probably be philosophy, and it might be political philosophy, but don't worry, I won't be too controversial. I'll be objective. I'll just roast both right and left if I do that, or I might just do something more chill for the next philosophy video. Keep it low key. Be like, what is the importance of duality? Something not as controversial. But yeah. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys again, and if you want to like, subscribe, that'd be awesome. If you don't, understand. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.